This is the new Galaxy Z Fold 7 and this phone costs more than my monthly rent. And today I'm going to be testing out the new camera system on this particular phone and see if it's actually worth the $2,000 price tag on it. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. Also, this is not a sponsored video by any means. Samsung did not send me this Z Fold 7 to actually review. I did buy it with my own money. So sit back, relax and enjoy an honest review of the camera system of this particular device. Let's test every single camera on this particular phone for photos, videos and for cinematic filmmaking and actually see if this beast is worth all the hype. Let's meet the camera system we are about to judge on the Z Fold 7. First, we have the 200 megapixel main shooter, which is the star of the show, and I'm pretty sure it's the same camera sensor from the S25 Ultra. For the second camera, we have the 12 megapixel ultra wide for when you actually want to capture the entire landscape. For the third and the final camera on the back of the Z Fold 7 is the 10 megapixel 3x optical zoom, which is not bad at all. For the front of the device, we have a 10 megapixel selfie shooter, which is actually pretty damn good. And for some reason, Samsung thought 4 cameras on a smartphone weren't enough. So when you open this bad boy up, there is another 10 megapixel punch hole camera, which is actually an upgrade from last year's Z Fold 6. And this year you can actually use this punch hole camera to actually make video calls or take selfies on a giant screen. Let's start with photography on the Z Fold 7. And I'm going to be using the main camera, that is the 200 megapixel sensor on this device. And let's see what I can get. The Z Fold 7 actually uses the same 200 megapixel sensor for their main camera that you can find on the S25 Ultra, which is probably the best camera phone you can find in the market right now. And as far as I can see, the photos coming out of that particular sensor, amazing to say the least. Okay, so the images that I managed to get with the 200 megapixel main sensor of the Z Fold 7 are pretty good as expected, but honestly, I'm more interested in the ultra wide because they decided to stick with the 12 megapixel sensor and not the 50 megapixel that you would find in the S25 Ultra. Let's give the ultra wide a try and let's see if it's getting a bad rep in my book. Honestly, after looking at the pictures that I took with the Z Fold 7 using the ultra wide angle lens, that's 120 degrees. They look absolutely fine, absolutely nothing that I would complain about. If I do decide to pixel peep a little, yes, the details do fall apart. But then again, this is a smartphone, not a mirrorless camera or a DSLR camera. So without pixel peeping, the ultra wide lens in my book is fine. It's not the best, it's fine. It will get the job done, I promise you. If you're noticing a rainbow effect, the color distortion is just because of the screen guard that's on the display. It's not that the image is like that. Just clarifying. One thing I did notice with the new Samsung phones, there's hardly any shutter lag. That's a good thing. There used to be a big shutter lag in the previous models. I had the S23 Ultra. There was a bit of a shutter lag between frames, but with this, I can keep on firing away and it manages to keep everything in focus all the time. Moving to the zoom features of the Z Fold 7, it's definitely not as good as the S25 Ultra, but the Z Fold 7 does have a 3 megapixel optical zoom. Beyond that, the images will fall apart, but here are some examples of the images that I took with the 3x zoom with the Z Fold 7, and I can do it up to 3x or move up to maybe 10x, but it starts falling apart from there. Even with the 10x, I probably wouldn't be able to use any of the images. It's daylight right now, and even then, I probably wouldn't be using the 10x images at all. But sticking to just the 3x, it's perfectly fine. Probably won't get the best images in a concert, but other than that, it's a pretty decent camera system on the rear of the phone. Also, I think it's time for a few selfies with the front-facing camera. Photos on this thing absolutely solid. But in 2025, if this thing can't vlog, does it really deserve up space in my pocket? Let's find out. For vlogging using the covered display punch hole camera, the colors look pretty good, and it's seriously impressive how far Samsung has come. Even just with the small little sensor they're putting in their covered display camera, it's more than enough if you're just casually vlogging. Obviously, and you can even tell between the separations. The separation isn't actually there even if I move the camera closer to my face. But the magic lies if you plan on vlogging with the rear display camera. Now, vlogging with the rear display camera, it's a much better experience. It might not be as convenient as vlogging with the front camera, but if you can manage, the colors are even better. The skin tones actually almost perfect. And look at the separation between me and the background. It's coming from the 200 megapixel sensor. I'm seriously impressed. And not just that, Samsung has actually done a phenomenal job with their rear cameras. And I think that's what led me to actually consider buying this phone in the first place. Now, I'm not sure who would want to, but if you plan on using the inner display camera on the Z Fold 7, it feels like you're vlogging with a tablet in front of your face, which is not ideal, and everyone on the street will stare at you if you do this. It's just something you can show off to your friends because none of their phones can do it. Also, on the last portion, I was using the internal microphone of the Z Fold 7 in a park where there's a lot of noise, but it's doing a decent job. And if you plan on just using the internal microphone without an external microphone, this is how it sounds. So this is kind of an audio test, to be honest. And let me know in the comments, sounds decent, or you should definitely use an external microphone with this phone or any other phone for that matter. So for vlogging, this particular phone might just be the best in the game right now. But what about cinematic filmmaking? Everything starts to look so much more cinematic, and everything just comes to life after a short rainfall. I mean, just look around. Just look at this footage that I just got with this phone. It's epic, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how this camera has been performing so far, and I have no complaints, to be honest. The stabilization, the dynamic range, the colors that are absolutely popping out of this phone, they're absolutely unreal, and I'm really happy with what Samsung has done. I am not shooting much video with the ultra wide or the zoom lens because, well, I don't really need to, but you can obviously do that. Here's something that I absolutely forgot to do. I definitely need to shoot log footage. The sequence that you have been seeing so far was with the regular color profile, but I can shoot log profile on this Samsung phone, and let me show you guys how it looks and before and after color grading the log footage coming out of this phone. I'm pretty sure it will be great. Honestly, it was such a nice day to be outside and being able to review at the same time. It's nice to live in such a beautiful place. And check out the sky behind me. I mean, I have had some really bad day offs, and today my day is, I have a day off today, and I'm being able to shoot the video and also enjoy this sunset behind me. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So, recording cinematic video with this phone, works pretty well. Now, let me show you guys where the foldable design of this particular phone gives it an edge over other standard phones. Here's why the foldable design of this particular phone is absolutely genius for creatives, especially for creators like me who likes editing photos or even videos on their cell phone on the go. Editing on this phone has absolutely been a treat, especially for people who likes to make minor adjustments. I can basically see every portion of an image very clearly and make adjustments the way I like it. And not only that, I can actually move the photo around, and it's like a mini iPad experience. That's what I'm trying to say. And in such a tiny form factor, getting that entire real estate to actually edit photos and edit videos, it's actually pretty helpful. This is why the Z Fold 7 actually stands out, especially if you're a creator. And not just photos, even editing videos is absolutely a treat, because I get such a big real estate to scrub through the timeline, add effects, add filters, whatever I want to do on CapCut or any other mobile software that you might be using. Yeah, getting such a big real estate to do it on makes the job much easier. So for creators who want to shoot, edit and post videos or photos from one particular device, this thing is not just a phone. It's an entire studio in your pockets, and you can do so much with this one device. And Samsung has nailed it with the Z Fold 7. I have shown you guys the camera quality of this phone, and I have shown you guys that you can edit effortlessly on this particular phone as well. So given all that, Samsung has done a phenomenal job with the Z Fold 7, and I did not even get a chance to talk about how slim this phone is. It folded up. This phone's basically the same width as a regular standard phone, and once you open it, it's even thinner. So there's nothing to lose here. Just using this phone without a cover does feel a little sketchy, but once you put a cover on, you're golden. And trust me, Samsung's going to give Apple a run for their money with the Z Fold 7. And if you're planning on grabbing one for yourself, the only thing that is kind of a con for the phone is the price. But if you can get past it, if you're looking to upgrade to a Fold, this is the time to actually do it. So if you have enjoyed the deep dive of the Samsung Z Fold 7, I would appreciate it if you guys would hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. There's about 90% of you who watch my videos aren't even subscribed. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and I promise you I'll keep on making more tech videos, more camera reviews, and a whole lot more tutorials on this channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.